All right, Shalom. First and foremost, want to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakak, Wadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, and peace and blessings to the whole collective Israel. And as you can see, the title of this article, NASA Planet Hunting Probe finds its first Earth-sized world inhabitable zone sweet spot. This article came out January 7, 2020. Today's date being January 7, 2020. All right, so this article came out today. And, going into lessons like this, for myself, I really enjoyed, because this goes into seeking the kingdom of heaven first. All right, looking up in the sky and looking at the stars and wondering, as a kid, you look up at the stars and you wonder what that is. You want to one day go up there and see what's there. Go up there for yourself and see. Just seeing things out of this world, it should excite you. Seeing the chariots, things of that nature, because you can probably relate, because down here on this earth we caught so much hell. We constantly always been catching hell. And looking up in the skies, it's pretty much as a token of hope. Hoping that one day things are going to be better than what we see now. And that's the case, because this goes into the promise of the Lord's people, all right, the Lord's children, all right, being the Israelites, who are today you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, all right, but we are the biblical Israelites, all right, and this is going into Jacob's blessing, okay? This goes into Jacob's blessing, in that he's going to inherit these things, okay? Just looking up, again in the stars and wondering, hey, my kingdom is up there, and looking in, things like this is only further proven that the scriptures are real, okay? Because this is a place where what? Esau's filthy hands have not touched, all right? The damn devil doesn't roam here, okay? The only thing that lives here is potential, okay? And that potential is that man of the Lord inhabiting that place and running that kingdom under the law, statutes, and commandments of Yahweh Shemino Shai, okay, in righteousness, all right? And that's what's getting ready to happen, okay? We're getting ready to be inheritors of the universe, okay? Yet alone the earth, okay? And then going into the new heavens and the new earth, of course, the earth here is still going to abide. It's still going to be here, but ultimately it's going to be cleansed, all right? But the new heavens and the new earth, all right, could mean literal, all right? There's literal new earths out there, all right, that have never been stepped on, okay, but only being prepared for the men of the Lord, okay, for them that love him, all right, them who love Yahweh Shemino Shai, okay. So I'm gonna read some of this article, and then of course, this is all biblical prophecy, okay. This is all correlated with prophecy, because after all this tribulation that's gonna happen here on the earth, that's why scripture say through much tribulation we must do much tribulation enter into the kingdom, okay. But after we get through this hell, Lord's will, I speak to myself first and foremost, and I can endure onto the end, all right. Once we get through this, all right, there is that going into the light at the end of the tunnel, okay. Earth is not the end all be all right. This time we're heading into now is not the end, okay. This is the part where we're going to enter. This is the part prior to the entering of the beginning, okay. And then when it says that we're not going to remember this time, pretty much I'll just get it, this earth's not going to come into mind, right? Meaning how it's run, the rulership, okay. This heavens, meaning this is the heavens of the so-called white man, all right. But we're getting ready to come into the heavens of Yahweh Shemino Shai, all right, and that belongs to his people, all right. Who the earth and all these planets out there were all made for the children of Israel, okay. So this is Isaiah 65:17. For behold, I create new heavens and a new earth, and the former shall not be remembered nor come into mind. Okay, so we're not going to, we're going to know as far as what happened, as because going into why the story is written of ancient Egypt, okay, because that great deliverance, we're going to read about this and be like, man, that was terrible, call out Yahweh Shemino Shai for delivering us from this, but we're not going to remember what we were doing on Tuesday, July the 17th, whatever year it was, okay? We're not going to remember that, because there's no need to remember that, all right? We remember the Lord fought for us and delivered us, and going into our light affliction, all right, being not be able to be compared to what we're getting ready to receive. Okay, but yeah, that was a precept I was referring to. But here, this is NASA's transiting, if I read it correctly, exoplanet survey satellite. So TESS has discovered its first Earth-sized planet in its host star's habitable zone, the sweet spot for liquid water, life, and maybe one day human colonization. All right, and not so-called white man colonization. Okay, you see colonization. Okay, this is the so-called white man's hopes and dreams. Okay, and this is why going into him coming down with great wrath. Because he envies Jacob. All right, Jacob received the blessing. Okay, and we're heading into the time after, of course, all this hell. Jacob's blessing getting ready to flourish. Okay, because we were still at the end of Esau's blessing. Okay, Esau thinks he's gonna go and colonize Mars. All right, colonize all these other planets. Because because of his pride. Okay, he thinks he's gonna go into his plans. His new world order. He thinks he's gonna continue on forever. All right, but the Lord is getting ready to deny him again. Okay, because the Lord's people is Jacob. Okay, which Jacob's name was changed to Israel, and then going down to his 12 sons. All right, going into the 12 tribes of Israel. All right, and continuing on this article, while there have been other contenders discovered in the TRAPPIST-1 system and several potential habitable worlds identified by NASA's Kepler Space Telescope, the recent discovered exoplanet TO-700D, and this is what Esau names these planets. He names them numbers. Right? He names them pretty much like projects. Okay, not at all, acknowledging Yahweh Shem Shai, thanking the Lord for even be able to see with his own eyes these things. Okay, because Esau is going into his unworthiness. Okay, and that's the funny thing. He'll be on these planets, all right, but he's gonna be under bondage and heavy captivity. All right, so he's getting ready to be put into slavery. Okay, we're gonna haul them up in chariots and slide over to these planets, and get them to work. All right, so Esau, he'll be there. Okay, but not under his expectation. All right, and that's gonna be the hilarious part. All right, here TOI 700D was the first discovered test was the first discovered by TESS with the help of NASA's Spitzer Space Telescope. All right, and I don't want to play the video because I don't know if I'll get the video. Whatever strike there, whatever may have it. But going into again these Earths out there. Okay, that's why they compare it to Earth, because Earth is known to have life. All right, the things that are in excess to the Earth is what allows it to have life here. All right, for life to be possible. Obviously, the Lord is the one who allows that. So, but there's certain ingredients that pertain to life. Okay, going into air, water, all right, things that are essential for beings to inhabit this planet. Okay, and this is what these so-called scientists out there look for. Okay, and pretty much getting their comparison from the Earth, what they live on. All right, and this is again going into this is teasing Esau. Okay, he's out there licking his chops, because he sees everything as a business opportunity. That's why he names it TOI 700B. Okay, putting claims and names on things he never stepped foot on. Okay, but because again he thinks he's gonna be there one day, and he will. But going into the time, Esau has a period of time of his existence, anyways. Okay, the Edomites. Breaking news: Iran claims Al-Assad missile strike as revenge. Hey, bro, this is the times where we're in. Where these things are stirring up and stuff is popping up here and there, around about the earth, because this is the time that the Lord is getting ready to reveal himself, okay, and show ultimately who he's dealing with. Okay, Hosea 1:10, it says, "We're in the land where it says in the land where it is said you are not my people, there shall be said you are the sons of living power." Okay, because we're in a time of prophecy. Okay, going into these earths. Okay, this is prophecy. Okay, and further proving that the scriptures to be real. Okay, going into John the 14th chapter, in my Father's house are many mansions. Okay, Lord's preparing these places to be inhabited, by His people. Okay, and but that's beautiful. All right, and I know brothers is gonna hop on that. All right, because we're in a time of war. Okay, we're in a time of war, and these things are happening again because Esau is falling. Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that follow it. All right, of course Esau in his games, but nonetheless he's not going to prevail, and he's seeing that he sold his birthright. He's being reminded that he sold his birthright and that his time is up. Okay, but not to get off track with the lesson, which just popped up as beautiful, because that's why we going into the time and seasons, we know that this is close. So if hell's getting ready to going into Jacob's trouble is coming, that means after we endured Lord's will through Jacob's trouble, which the elect are going to be fine. It's just the point is figuring out if we're a part of that number. All right, that's what we're called, the hopeful elect. We put on the elect. Okay, our hope is to be of the elect. All right, but once we get through this time we're heading into, all right, that means obviously if we go through the hell, where that means we're going to receive the glory. Okay, because that would be a false balance, and that would make the Most High a liar. Okay, but here NASA believes that planets are all tidally locked, which means they rotate, whatever. Really, articles like this, the point is, he goes into, certain elements that you need, for life and things like that, but most of his stuff is speculation because, that's why you see, this might be just computer generated image. Esau has a bound which he cannot pass. All right. He has to worry about Iran. He has to worry about Russia. All right. He might want to just get a rocket ship and leave. All right, which there's these elites, that's a plan for them, right? But they cannot leave here. Okay, their judgment is set on this earth. Okay, they're not gonna fly off to Mars and then hey, we'll finish prophecy at Mars. No, it's gonna be on this earth. All right, and but going into this lesson, which doesn't have to be too long, right? But I guess you can just say motivation, because remembering that. This is not the end all be. Remember, you're fighting for something and that there's a reward at the end. Okay. And your reward is not going to fail if you endure unto the end. That's why we say, Lord's will we hope. We boast not of tomorrow because we don't know what tomorrow's going to bring, but we're full of hope. Okay. That the Lord is going to redeem us. Okay. And set everything right. All right. But this is John chapter 14 and verse 1. Let not your heart be troubled. Exactly. Ye that believe in the Most High, believe also in me. In my Father's house are many mansions. All right, these many mansions. All right, this is prophecy. Okay, these planets. All right. If it were not so, I would have told you. Yeah, if it were not so, I would have told you. So again, the Lord is a man; he shall not lie. So, all right, going into these many mansions, the Lord would never mention it in the scriptures if it wasn't true. Okay. But here, I go to prepare a place for you, and if I go to prepare a place for you, I will come again and receive you unto myself. All right, and that goes into what? The Lord returning, okay, and beaming us out of here. Okay, Lord's will be a part of that number. Okay, he's coming to receive us unto himself. Okay, because this is going to the Lord's elect. Okay, these are the acceptable men. All right, that the Lord is getting ready to receive in the heavens. Okay, come up hither. All right, and continue reading that where I am, there ye may be also, and whither I go, and the way Okay, so going into that where I am, there ye may be also, because we're going to be, like it says in First Thessalonians, the 4th chapter, so shall we ever be with the Lord. Okay, going into the new covenant, Jeremiah 31st chapter, the law, statutes, commandments can be in our inward parts, meaning the Lord's going to be in us forever. Okay, so doesn't have to mean physically we're going to be next to the Lord every single day, 24/7. It's that the Lord's going to be in us, okay, every day, 24/7. Okay, so wherever we are, that's the Lord's going to be there, because the kingdom of heaven, you say, is dwells within us. All right, greater is He that is in you than he that is in the world. Okay, but here, let me, in saying that, okay, going to that place being prepared. All right, this is because these things didn't just go into these planets. They didn't just spawn. Okay, these things were created. All right, and they are created for a purpose. All right, not to just float around and do nothing. Okay, these things are created to be inhabited. All right, if they weren't created to be inhabited, they wouldn't be called habitable exoplanets. Okay, all right, the Lord would have made, because there are planets out there that just and that are just gas planets or whatever you may have it, so to say, and uninhabitable, but it just needs life, right? Like going into Mars, okay, it doesn't have, well, who knows, again, because I haven't been up there, so I ain't gonna ramble too much on about it, but these planets are the way they are because they're getting ready to be inhabited by you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, all right, being the children of the Most High, okay? So this is 1 Corinthians chapter 2 and verse 9. But as it is written, I have not seen nor ear heard, neither have entered into the heart of man things which the Most High prepared for them that love him, right? So, and what is love? How do you love Yahweh Shem Shai? You say, oh, I love him. No, it's more than that. Scripture say, okay, it tells you how to love the Lord. Keep his commandments, okay? Love is keeping the commandments of Yahweh Shem Shai, okay? So the 25th chapter says, the fear of the Lord is the beginning of his love, okay? Fearing means you reverence, all right? You respect and honor, okay? Because you know that the Lord does not play, okay? And that's why you keep the commandments, okay? Because of respect, okay? You have to have a certain respect for someone, all right? You have to have a certain fear of someone to be able to respect them, okay? And what does it say? Faith is the beginning of cleaving unto him, all right? In Sirach, the 25th chapter, all right? The Lord has prepared a place for the elect, all right? He's going into 144,000, all right, men, all right, and then down to the rest of the elect, okay? Ultimately, all of Israel, because all Israel is going to be saved, okay? 2/3 that perish on the side, they're going to be in the kingdom also, all right? But they're just going to be born through the loins of men of the Lord, all right? And be brought back, okay? But here is verse 10, but the Most High revealed them unto us by his Spirit, okay? For the Spirit searcheth all things, yet the deep things of the Most High, okay? And what is more deeper than space, okay? Space is going into, what's the word? Metaphors, okay? What's deeper than space, okay? And the Lord made space, okay? So how much more deeper is the Lord, okay? So, going into, the Lord revealed these things unto us, okay? We know that going into, where I just read John the 14th chapter is talking about planets, okay? And this is what's getting ready to, this is what's, this is the time now, all right, that, going into, because, it's a balance of going into knowing why we're fighting, all right? Knowing that there's a reward at the end of this thing. It's not, of course, we're in debt to the Lord. Okay, how shall we ever pay back the Lord for what we're getting ready to receive? It's by what? Making your body a living sacrifice. All right. But the Lord said he's not unrighteous to forget your work and labor of love. Okay, who knows how much we're getting paid for going on highways and byways or doing your videos or, resisting temptation or, so on and so forth. Okay, because all this stuff costs money, It wasn't free, okay? Even our own selves, okay? The Lord said, we were all bought with a price, okay? So it goes as well with these planets, okay? You have to work for this, okay? Of course, the Lord said, "Is your Father's good pleasure to give you the kingdom," okay? But knowing that this is a working of this, okay, and ultimately being chosen, okay, and that's what we hope to be, all right. But this is Second Esdras chapter 2 and verse 13. Go and ye shall receive. Pray for a few days unto you that they may be shortened. Okay, because the faster we're out here, the faster we can enter into our life. Okay, because we don't have a life down here. Okay, we're dead down here. But going into which I'll get seeking the kingdom of heaven first. Okay. Knowing this, again, this is not the end all be all. Okay, this place that we stand on, all right, really this this time that we're in, okay, it's not forever. All right, going into what time we're in now? We're in the time of the wicked. All right, Job 9:24. Okay, knowing that the wicked is not going to be in rulership forever. Okay, and so I was trying to keep my train of thought, but knowing that, again, at the end of all this, there's something worth fighting for. Okay, going into, well, I'll get also in 2 Peter, our world, rule, reign, and righteousness. All right, but here the kingdom is already prepared for you. Watch. Okay, so this is a proof right here. Okay, the kingdom is already prepared. All right, and that's why scripture say the kingdom of heaven cometh not by observation. All right, for no, let me just get it. I don't want to butcher it. Because the kingdom of heaven dwells within us. Okay, that's why Esau's tripping out, because it's a spiritual temple. Okay, that he can't go and destroy. All right, we have a spiritual temple. Okay, going into our spirit. Okay. All right. This is Luke chapter 17 verse 20. All right, let me get it. Luke 17:20. And when he was commanded of the Pharisees when the kingdom of the Most High should come, he answered them and said, the kingdom of the Most High cometh not with observation. Okay. Verse 21, neither shall they say, lo here or lo there, for behold, the kingdom of heaven, it's like the kingdom of the Most High is within you. Okay, so going into, again, every man in the Lord is the kingdom of heaven. Okay, when you see, again, when we say Lord's will, but the 144,000, they are the kingdom of heaven. They make up the kingdom of heaven, because why? The people make up the place, not the place itself. Okay, you can't say, oh, there's the place, no, let's go live there. Okay, no, the place is the people, and then where the people dwell, that's called the kingdom of heaven. Okay, and ultimately, specifically talking about the people of Yahweh Shem Shai. Okay, being the children of Israel. All right, so so that was that. Let me get another one real quick. It's Luke chapter 12, and which I was quoting a lot. Here, Luke 12:31, but rather seek the kingdom of the Most High, and all these things shall be added unto you. All right, going into what the women, and it's not always about women, not being one dimensional. Going into crystals and certain elements, and just life in general. Okay, going into real food, real air. All right, and that's why we gave up our lives on the side, because Lord's will be of that number. We're gonna find our life again. Okay, find a real life. Okay, because what we're experiencing here is not life. Okay, this is what you call hell on earth. All right, so all these things shall be added onto you. All right, whatever you gave up on the side, the Lord says He's gonna 100-fold get you back. Okay, so going into like asking, what is my reward for all this? Enduring temptation and fighting and enduring and going through affliction and so on and so forth. Okay, what is my reward for that? Okay, and if you're wondering what that is, you need to be reading some more. Okay, this is verse 32. Fear not, little flock, for it is your Father's good pleasure to give you the kingdom. Okay, so the Lord wants to give us these things. All right, but really, again, we have to earn it. Okay, so I keep reading this. Verse 33: sell that ye have and give alms. Provide yourself bags which wax not old, a treasure in the heavens that faileth not. Exactly. Right, because it's on this world, going into those corruptible crowns. You're on top for a season, then you fall. Okay, that's why King Solomon said, "Vanity of vanity is all is vanity." All right. Where no thief approacheth, neither moth corrupted. Okay, thief, because Esau's not over here. Okay, for where your treasure is, there also your heart be. For where your treasure is, there will your heart be also. Okay, so wherever your mind is, that's where your treasure is. That's where your mind is at. Okay, if your treasure is here on this earth, then your mind's here on this earth. That's why you don't want this place to end. But if your mind is in the heavens, okay, that's where your heart's gonna be. All right, well, that's where your treasure is. Okay, we're storing up our treasures in heaven. Okay, meaning we're waiting for the kingdom to come. Okay, but let me close out here. Again, trying to just keep my thoughts together. Lots is on my mind right now. But this is 2 Peter chapter 3, which I'll close out. This is 2 Peter chapter 3, verse 13. Nevertheless, we, according to his promise, look for new heavens and a new earth, which, I just read out earlier in Isaiah the 65th chapter. Okay. Wherein dwelleth righteousness. Okay. So that is nowhere to be found here. Okay. And why is that so? Because the righteous are not in authority. Okay. But that's what we're coming into. The righteous are going to be put in authority. All right. So wherever we inhabit, again, I say Lord's will of that number, but wherever the elect dwell, okay, that's where righteousness is going to be. Righteousness is going to be. Okay. And that's why Scripture say when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. Okay. So our life is on our way. Okay. And it comes with Yahweh shall return. That's why we can't wait for this place to end. Okay. Because when Yahweh shall returns, all right, we're out there. There is our life right there. Okay. And then, as well, again, be of that number, get beamed up, and it's going to be like waking up out of a bad dream. Okay. But, Lord's will be edifying. As always, want to give our praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Kakwadash, double honors to the elders and apostles of a millstone, and peace and blessings to the whole collective Israel. Shalom.